I got a little cocky. I put on Twitter like, oh yeah, next time she needs to put me on CNN. The next morning I was on CNN.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement. All that time.
When you decided to become a content creator, now did you actually have like a plan in place on what you wanted to do content on?
No, and believe it or not, I still don't have a plan.
So right now you just kind of winging it.
I have my message, which is to tell men, which was originally to tell men to not date out of the United States. I mean, not date in the United States, which is still the same plan
Right.
or the same message. But now that I'm living outside the United States full time, it's more so of where you should live out of the United States based off what I'm experiencing and if you have similar wants as me.
Gotcha. So now you said that you really don't have a plan, but your initial plan was that when you started doing content, I guess your initial message was that you wanted men to travel abroad, correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to make sure that we got that clear. So when you started doing content, you wanted to make sure that men were traveling abroad. Cool. All right. So my next question for you, now that you've gone viral quite a few times, right? Whether it's been good moments, not so good moments, things of that sort, but it is what it is, right? And do you think like that there's any added pressure to you for you delivering content, whether that's mass producing or just kind of changing or doing some adjustments to the content, whether it be good or bad?
Adjustments, yes. Of course, as you've seen earlier in January with the Brazil situation, I did have to adjust.
Yeah.
The message is still the same, but the way on how it was packaged and presented had to be changed. So actually, when I was in Brazil, a lot of women that I was dealing with was actually never in my videos. I think maybe only one person I was talking to was in the videos because in Brazil, they love to save face for about everything. I guess I just got a little more consistent with having the same person in the video.
That's good. Okay. What I've always liked about your content was that you were always willing to take risk, and regardless whether people agreed with your content or not, I think that what people who are not content creators, what they may not realize is that we're taking a risk all the time because we're putting ourselves out there, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it sticks, right? And we're not perfect. And I don't want to necessarily put like your age into it, but I will say that when I was 23 years old, I was not thinking about becoming a YouTuber, just traveling to different countries. Like that takes a lot of gumption, man. And to actually put yourself out there and put content out there. So people got to really understand like, hey, listen, you know what? I'm not perfect, but I'm at least making an attempt to actually put quality out there.
Absolutely.
You want to expand on that? Go ahead.
Well, I've always been really big on taking risk, as you can see.
Right.
Risk. Whenever I had my situation, instead of me going back to the United States, I took another risk of coming to a different country on the other side of the world,
Right.
and still continue to do the same thing. But like you said, I realize I'm not perfect. That was a very big moment in my life. I've never had anything happen like that, but
Right.
hey, live and you learn.
Absolutely. Definitely make sure that you will all have subscribed to Auston Holleman's channel. Definitely, to me, I think he's a great YouTuber, has great content, and as I mentioned, right, Auston does take risks, so you have to have some respect for that. Whether you agree with him all the time or whether you disagree, doesn't matter. The point is that this young man is willing to actually take risk and actually willing to encourage men to travel and explore their options, whether it be romantically, whether you get into it for business, whatever the case is, this man is taking risks. So definitely kudos to you, my brother. All right. So my next question to you is that everything that happened back in January, you put a video saying that you were back in Brazil. And I know like that was probably like maybe a test or somewhat, right?
Yeah.
And so then there's an article that came out on CNN Brazil, which was just crazy, just really, really, really crazy. What were your initial thoughts when you seen that?
It wasn't surprising because I had got a little cocky and I put up a tweet because I started the first situation brought me a lot more attention, brought me a lot more donations, a lot more support. It showed who was, riding with me and who wasn't. I got a little cocky and I put on Twitter like, oh yeah, next time she needs to put me on CNN. The next morning I was on CNN.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just saying that, like, I was hoping she was gonna do American CNN. I thought CNN was like only about Trump and Biden, and that's why it was sarcastic, because like they're not gonna put me on there like, oh, this guy said that these women are easy. Like, that's not a big deal for American CNN, but I forgot they had one in Brazil too, and apparently it mattered enough there. So
I was floored, man. And I think, like, with the article, honestly, I think it's a bunch of nonsense, to be transparent with you. Like, when I read it, I don't think it's really worth, like, putting out, because there was nothing that they could say that you did anything wrong. It says that Auston published a series of videos throughout the streets of Bahia where he reports how easy it could be to maintain relations with a woman in Brazil. In one case, he talks about how he was walking down the street and was approached by a woman, and 5 seconds later they was kissing. According to him, that would be normal in Brazil. Well, first of all, that's a lie. You didn't say that would be normal in Brazil. What you said was that in Bahia, like, that's some of the norm, but you didn't say it was norm for everybody. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why they moved the goalposts, right? And they try to take what you try to say and stretch it out. Because I remember watching that video vividly. So I don't, you didn't say all of Brazil. Why? Like, people? I don't think people realize how big Brazil is. Like, Brazil is huge. So you go to tell me that everyone in Brazil is doing it? No. So that right there is BS. All right. So now on the channel, which he has over 50,000 subscribers, there's also posts claiming that Brazilian women want financial stability for dating, in addition to displaying images of women in bikinis. There are videos with the same theme in other countries. Okay, so now let's just go back to where they say that you are claiming that Brazilian women want financial stability for dating. Now, this is global.
That's global.
Exactly, that's global. So there's no claim here. This is just the truth. What relationship, marriage, long term, a woman of quality is not going to be with a man who cannot financially support her. Women want to feel supported and protected. That has nothing to do with Brazil, Thailand, Vietnam, wherever you're at in the world. So I don't like this, what they said, that claim, and then they jump to the bikini part. Okay, I got you. All right. So the influence encourages foreigners who are watching the video to get their passports and come to Brazil. Okay, come to Brazil. There's nothing wrong with that. After being target of criticism, Auston deleted one of his videos that stated through social media networks that a handful of Brazilians will ruin Brazil's reputation if they continue to attack me. Well, I mean, listen, one woman in particular, I mean, she's made it like almost her life dream to try to go after you. And we know that she's a politician. So this is what politicians do. They find a false narrative, or they find anything, and what they keep doing is trying to attack, right? And so she's using your name for her political gain. All right, and then you go on to say, I love the people of Brazil, but these negative people need to leave me alone. I agree. I mean, listen, if people watch the video, uh, they will actually see. But the problem is that with social media, right? People are just so short-sighted that all they really see, and I've said this quite a few times, but all they see is the front cover. They never actually read the chapters in the book. So it's a headline that pops up. Boom. Auston Holleman said this. Oh, this guy's a creep. He's a monster. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on, man. No, stop with the nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. Sought by CNN, the public prosecutor's office, says that it initiated a procedure to investigate the alleged practice of crime of tourism on his part. The information is being duly analyzed for the adoption of the appropriate measures. CNN stated that they reached out to you and they have not gotten a response. I don't know if CNN reached out to you. They did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I like that right there. I don't know if I'd want to talk to them either. Due to the fact that they're actually putting out false narratives and moving the goalposts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that you said, hey, you know what, go to CNN, and I guess she called you a bluff, but like even this is like a fluff piece though. To me, this just seems like it seems like they're just really like trying to guess, and they really don't have anything substantial to stand on. So what you said was that women in Brazil, or what they claim is that women in Brazil, you said are easy to get in a relationship with, and that you claim that women want financial security, okay, and then you have women in bikinis, okay. Where's the illegal part? I don't see anything illegal. So I don't know why CNN tried to publish this story. There's nothing to investigate. To me, this is an open and shut case.
And I actually hired a lawyer to go search on the federal level and in the state of Bahia, and my name was nowhere to be found.